Welcome back, everybody, to the Success Partner Podcast. Today, I'm so excited to have Hilary Dolbee. Hilary Dolbee is the owner and founder of Vision Path CFO.
Hi, Daya. Nice to be here.
Yeah, so excited. Well, Vision Path, that's such a unique name. Can you tell me the background?
I can. So we went live in February of this year. And the goal that I set out for the company is we want to help you on your path to success as a business owner, help you find the vision, help you find the clarity and the simplification of your financial strategy.
Oh, I love that. We have that in common. Clarity is in my
Yeah.
purpose, why, vision for my business as well.
hmm
Yeah, wonderful. What's one of the strangest things someone has called and asked you?
Someone called and asked me. Well, I cannot disclose because, oh no, I'll change the names to protect the innocent, I think is what it is. Most of the time, business owners call with what they think are complicated questions, and they think they're the only ones that ever have them, and they're not. So if you're a business owner and you have questions like, I don't know why I have sales and no profit, or I have profit and no cash, or I don't know when the best time is to buy that new piece of equipment or hire a new person. Or the one I hear a lot is, I have no idea what my bookkeeper, my CPA are talking to me about. I just don't understand. You're not alone. I hear that so much from people that I talk to. And it's part of why I do what I do. I want people to have a simplified, strategic vision from a financial perspective of their company.
Yeah, it's wonderful. That brings into that sort of language and vocabulary that most professionals use, and they stay in their lane and speak their own language when they're servicing people in other professions.
Yes, accounting folks have that. We can talk about debits and credits and your P&L and L and your ROI and all of those things that they're important and we have to know them, but really debit and credit are left and right. That's all you have to know. What you really want to know is, do I have money coming in and is it more than the money going out? That's the most important thing.
Oh, I know, and it seems so simple, but as a business owner myself, it's not.
Yes, exactly. And that's what I hear from a lot of people is, well, it should be simple. And it is the key to any successful business. Are you ready? Here's the key. More money coming in than going out. That's it. The devil's in the details. Absolutely. And part of what owners need to know is that the financial statements can help them see those details. So they can help them understand, where is my revenue coming from? How am I generating it? Is it enough to cover all of my cost of goods sold, the expenses that it costs for me to produce my product? Is it enough to cover all my overhead? Can I pay my loans and interest and things that are part of being an owner of a business, not necessarily part of the operations? But your financial statements will tell you the story, and that's what we want folks to understand. Is that story is so important, and the decisions that you make today change that story for tomorrow. And it doesn't matter whether you're in a hospital or which is where my historical experience is. If you're running a mom and pop shop down on the local main street, if you're running a $25 million manufacturing company, all of that information is what you have to know. And that's how you become successful in your business.
So I know you have had a very diverse clientele in the 20 years that you've been practicing. You're practicing your craft. What's the ideal client for you right now?
Ideal clients, the ones I really love to work with, are the folks that they have those I don't know answers, because when the light bulbs come on and they get it, it is so rewarding. Like, you can literally see the tension leaves their shoulders and their face lights up, and they're like, this is what I've been wanting and needing. But generally, by the time you run about 2 million in revenue, you may be needing more than a bookkeeper can give you. And there is a difference. A bookkeeper or an accountant is someone who looks backwards and they tell you, what bill did you pay? What deposit did you make? How much were your expenses for the month? A CPA, generally we associate that with taxes. They do your taxes at the end of the year. They give it to the IRS. They do a lot of interpreting of massive amounts of laws that I think they're crazy to do. The CFO, we sit in that translation space. So I can translate what the bookkeeper and the accountant said can translate what the CPA said. I can translate what the business owner said, what the banker said. And it's really bringing that whole package together to understand where you are from a financial perspective. So business owners, they may think my bookkeeper's not giving me what I want. No, your bookkeeper is giving you what you want and what you need. It's just not part of who they are generally to help you then interpret and make decisions in that go forward space of understanding your numbers and how to take them to the next level for your company. Mm-hmm. I work with any industry, clients anywhere from 3 hours a month to a day a week. So it's customizable to what you need. Every business owner has the same problems in their own unique way. Cash is always at the top of the list. And so, a lot of work I do is with that and helping people get SBA loans or talk to their bankers about lines of credit, those kinds of things. But it's really nitty gritty is somebody who's looking for some help to come in and make their business better. As you well know, small businesses, medium-sized businesses are the backbone of the economy. And when they're not doing well, there's a lot of ripple effect across the nation and our economy. And we can't let that happen. So that's my passion, is to really help people understand their finances and be able to make good decisions and be that fabulous business that they've always wanted to be, and profitable. That's where the keys come in.
And profitable. Yes, we have to keep the lights on. Otherwise, we can't do the wonderful service that we have to offer. So what do you do for fun? What really lights you up?
Well, I have kitty cats. And so, yes, rescue. I'm on my second set of rescue cats. I had my original rescue cat I had for 18 years. It was my kid. Yeah. So, and then I have 2 orange tabbies now, and they're great. I love them. And I have 2 nieces who live in Pennsylvania, and they're so much fun. And they're 11 and 13, so they're in that age of a lot of fun, fabulous teenager things that they do, which is just always great. So I'm a big family person. I love family time. You're going to come, you're going to eat, you're going to drink, you're going to be merry. And that's really what I love. And I tell folks, I don't care what you eat, I don't care what you drink, just come along and be merry and have some fun. Life is really serious in a lot of aspects, and you got to be able to laugh and do fun things to kind of balance out all the seriousness.
Yeah, I love it. I'm also a rescue cat mom myself, and it's always warms my heart.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then what's new on the horizon for you? What are your big goals for the end of this year and beginning of next year?
Funny you should ask. I am actually looking to expand my company. So I am looking, anybody in your audience, I am looking for a CFO to join my firm. Somebody who has that same passion to help others and be able to communicate, financial issues that we understand really well, just because we have that kind of a brain, to folks who understand their passion really well. And just, business or numbers are not one of them. So that's one of the things. The other is, I think before I retire, I'd like to help 500 business owners, and to understand and to grow their company. I won't get to that this year. I have great clients, but not going to be 500. But yeah, that's one of the long-term goals, is I'd like to help. That's my number, is 500 different businesses to really understand and come to a true recognition of how to move their business forward from the finance perspective.
Yeah, love that, really digging in and setting like a measurable goal. So this is a metric I want to hit for myself. These 500 businesses I'm going to impact through my career.
Yes, you have to practice what you preach. So we, in the finance and CFO world, we are always talking about metrics and numbers and, know your information, and they're really important. And we have to do the same thing for our business. So I do look at my own financial statements once a month. I do make sure that my bank account is reconciled and all those great things that, every business owner should do.
Yeah, I consider it like regular checkups with the doctor, except more regular.
Exactly.
Oh, great. And I'm really sensing a theme of that. It's like translation, communication, and passion.
Yes, absolutely. And I will tell you something that's come up recently that I want to make sure that every business owner in America understands this, is you need to know what's going on in your company from a finance perspective. You need to look at your bank statements. You need to look at your financial reports. Embezzlement and theft can happen to anyone. I have a client who, before I started working with her, she found embezzlement in her company. And it was somebody who she trusted very much, and they had access to write checks and to reconcile the bank account and to do the financials, and they had access to transfer money. Why? Because she was a trusted person and she was part of the business family. Turned out she was not as trustworthy as we would like to be. And statistics out there show that, folks, when they get into a financial pinch and they're short on cash in their personal lives, they really can reason with themselves that crossing a line is okay, and we all know it's not. But it's just extremely important. In this particular case, the person who worked in the company who actually stole the money was a family member. So it truly can happen to anyone. And you don't want to have to become a forensic accountant just because something bad happens. That's one of the basic things that you can do is know what's going in and out of your bank account. If it doesn't make sense to you, if somebody's giving you the runaround from a bookkeeper, internal or external, from a CFO, from a CPA, if somebody's not giving you a straight answer, don't back down. You need to know what's going on from a finance perspective. You may not understand every nuance, and you may not be able to, do the job of a bookkeeper or an accountant, and that's okay. But you still got to understand and look at your numbers, because we just want to make sure that you're paying attention and you know what's going on in your company.
Yeah, it'd be a great time for an outside consultant to say, hey,
Yeah,
what, we're going to set our goals for next year. We need to get the books out and look at them.
exactly. Yeah, don't look at your books just once a month or once a year. You should look
Right.
at them on a monthly basis.
Absolutely. Yeah, even weekly, yes, if you need to, if you really want
Yeah.
to know what type of business you're in. Oh, well, this has been wonderful. So how do people find you? How do they get a hold of you?
Well, you can reach out to me on LinkedIn, or my website is www.visionpathcfo.com. My email is on my LinkedIn, and you can on the website. So, I offer a free assessment on my website if anybody's questioning whether they can I use a CFO? Is it time for one? Take my free assessment. I'll talk to you for about 20 minutes. Absolutely no obligation. It just gives you a little insight into where you are. There's a lot of things out there that business owners can do on their own. They just need to be aware of them. And so that's part of what that assessment is just kind of spread the knowledge around, and then people can get a flavor for what it's like to work with a CFO.
Well, thank you so much for being here, Hilary. And thank you, everybody, for listening again to the Success Partner podcast. Hilary's information and my information will be in the show notes. And until next time.
Thanks.